It starts innocently enough. You pick up the phone because you're bored or lonely or just because it was there. And within 60 seconds, without making a single conscious decision, you're inside someone else's life. Their holiday in Santorini, their engagement announcement, their promotion, their new house, their body after 6 months of consistency, their business that's finally taking off. All of it curated, all of it lit perfectly, all of it real, and none of it the whole story. And somewhere in the scrolling, without meaning to, without even fully noticing, you start comparing, not consciously, not with a spreadsheet, just a slow, ambient erosion of your sense of where you are relative to where you feel like you should be. Nothing in your life changed in the last 20 minutes, but something in how you feel about your life quietly shifted. That's the highlight reel trap, and almost nobody living through it realizes it's happening while it's happening. Here's the fundamental problem with social media comparison. You're comparing your entire interior experience, your doubts, your bad days, your 3M thoughts, your private failures, your unfinished drafts, to someone else's carefully selected exterior. You're comparing your blooper reel to their highlight reel, and no comparison built on that foundations can ever be fair or accurate or useful. Think about your own feed for a moment. What do you post? The meal that turned out well, not the three that did not. The photo where you look like yourself at your best, not the 47 that came before it. The trip highlight, not the delayed flight, the overpriced taxi, the argument about directions, the sunburn on day 2. You curate too. Everyone does. Not out of dishonesty, but because that's what the platform asks for. That's the social contract of the medium. Show us the good part. The problem isn't that people share the good parts of their lives. The problem is what happens in the minds of the people watching. When a feed full of good parts starts to feel like evidence that everyone else's whole life is better than yours. There's a psychology concept called social comparison theory, proposed by Leon Festinger in 1954. Long before social media existed, it describes how deeply human tendency to evaluate ourselves by comparing ourselves to others. It's not a flaw, it's how humans have always calibrated their sense of status, progress, belonging. For most of history, you compare yourself to maybe a few dozen people, your village, your community, the people physically around you. Now you compare yourself to thousands of people simultaneously, many of them strangers, many of them presenting a version of themselves, specifically designed to appear aspirational. Your brain, running the same comparison software it was running 10,000 years ago, was never built for this volume. It can't process this as a curated highlight as a caveat for every post it sees. Part of the highlight reel trap is the timing of it. It tends to hit hardest not when your life is actually bad, but when your life is fine, ordinary, unglamorous, quietly okay. Because quietly okay doesn't photograph well. Quietly okay has no caption. And when every life around you appears to be more exciting, more beautiful, more purposeful, more loved, quietly okay starts to feel like falling behind, like something is wrong, like you're living the wrong life. But here's the truth that the highlight reel buries. Most of life for everyone, without exception, with ordinary Tuesdays, unremarkable Tuesdays, Tuesdays where nothing post-worthy happens, and dinner is just dinner and the evening is just an evening. The people whose lives look most extraordinary online also have Tuesdays. They just don't post them. I'm not going to tell you to delete the apps. You have heard that. You have probably tried it. You came back like most people do because the apps aren't going anywhere and neither is the world that uses them. And maybe a small shift in how you hold what you see there. When you feel the comparison starting, that ambient erosion of your sense of enough, try to remember one thing. You are watching a performance, not a fake one, not a lie, a performance in the truest sense, a curated selections of the moments someone chose to share, who also has friendships that faded, who also sometimes sits in their beautiful life and feels an emptiness they cannot explain. Your ordinary life, the unfiltered, unglamorous, quietly okay version of it, is not less than what you see on the screen. It's just more honest. And honest over time is the only thing that actually feels like anything.